Welcome to Fisher Island, the most expensive zip code in America. It truly is a one-of-a-kind community. It's only 216 acres. They have a 9-hole golf course, 18 tennis courts. You have a world-class spa. You have amazing beaches. They clean the beaches every day of the year, every day of the year.
If you live on the island, you know when there's an outsider on the island. Right, because it's that small and exclusive.
The annual membership to even apply to become an equity member is $250,000.
So Fisher Island is the go-to spot for rich celebrities and billionaires.
It's surrounded by the ultra successful, the ultra elite.
We have Julia Roberts, Oprah, Mel Gibson, Michael Jordan. And just off the top of my head, I've got to say there's half a dozen at least hierarchical, multi-generational, multi-wealth families that live on Fisher Island.
Typical family on Fisher Island have multiple homes. They'll have private jets, some have helicopters, other people have more than one yacht.
Fisher Island was built around the vision of complete privacy.
You know, the only way to reach it is by boat, ferry, plane, helicopter. You ain't getting on here anyway else. You're not coming on unless we invite you on.
You have families there living in 4,000 square foot apartments that can afford $30-40 million mansions. And they choose to live in 4,000 square feet because of what the lifestyle represents.
People roll around on golf carts on this island. Robert literally has the best golf carts around.
Collection.
We've got Rollses,
Escalade.
We have Hummers and limos.
We've got it all.
People experience Fisher Island and they leave Fisher Island, nothing else is good enough.
There's no place on earth like Fisher Island, and I have the keys to this island. Hi, I'm Robert Foley. I'm the owner and broker of The Island, the most exclusive real estate company at Fisher Island. We are the creme de la creme of real estate. We make billionaires come to us.
Robert is the only real estate brokerage on island.
To get a home on the island, you must go through Robert Foley.
He's like the mayor of the island. I mean, might as well call it Robert's Island.
He has the keys to literally every single condo on that island.
Because he's either sold, rented, listed, or whatever, almost all of the 700 plus units on the island.
With great keys come great responsibility.
Robert's very difficult to work with. He doesn't listen. He's always talking all the time.
I'm happy-go-lucky, but I typically demand a lot more out of people than they're used to.
Robert is a complete hard ass. If he expects something, he expects nothing less. If you mess up, that's it, you're cut.
My team are some of the most dynamic, outgoing, unique characters you're ever going to come across in real estate. I have the twins. Jessica and Jasmine are sharp as they come, multilingual, attractive, they're sarcastic, they're fiery, and the only trouble is I can never tell them apart, and it drives me nuts.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm Jasmine, and we're the newest team members to Fisher Island. We are born and raised in Miami. We know the streets in and out. Now we're in competition. Yeah. Who wouldn't want a twins to sell them a $20 million home? Our slogan is double down on us. Yeah, double the fun, double the pleasure.
The twins are new to our firm, and we're trying to teach them the ropes and how to get shit done out here on the island.
Greg is mentoring us. He sees a lot of potential in us, as he should. He's sharing his knowledge with us, but it's funny because he can come across like if we're his assistants, and he doesn't know that that's starting not gonna happen to rub us the wrong way.
I'm Greg, this is my wife Michelle, and we are the real estate power couple out here on Fisher Island.
Greg and I have been together for 6 years, married for 5.
I'm out here closing $5, $6, $10 million deals, and then, they need something in between. Michelle jumps in, she starts hanging out with the wives and everything, and she becomes their go-to person.
We are the ones that get shit done, period.
Michelle dominates Greg. She puts him in his place every time.
Michelle's very cool. She will slap a hose, she has to.
When you disrespect me or when you cross me, forget it. You're cut off, and you're cut off to the point where you're gonna regret it. Everyone kind of just looks at Greg and he's like, oh, well, he looks a bit intimidating.
When people see me, they know Greg will break you.
I've literally seen Greg make billionaires his bitch.
Greg, he's afraid that I'm gonna take his clients, but the Russians that he has as clients, I don't fit in probably. And the Russians that like me, they usually don't like Greg.
She's not a Russian Jew and she's a disgrace to our community.
People look at me and automatically assumes I am a prostitute from Russia.
She's a shiksa.
Hi, my name is Elena. This is my fiance, Nikolai Prada. People call him Mickey. And we do real estate on Fisher Island. People either love us or they hate us. And we're just like not conventional. We don't really care about the rules. We just do whatever we want.
Elena and Mikola. They are literally our redheaded stepchild in this business. They're always creating controversy.
I'm always late.
Always late.
Always late. The problem is with these automatics, they're so expensive, these watches.
Late.
It's like, look, $70,000, and when you don't have a winder, it won't work. And I have the wrong time all the time.
Elena and Nikolaj.
Oh, I wanted to fucking kill them yesterday. Oh my fucking god.
The fact that we had a photo shoot set up for 9:30 in the morning. Tell me why this bitch shows up at 1:30 in the afternoon. Oh, I forgot. Bitch, you confirmed yesterday.
Honestly, they do think that the world revolves around them.
I don't feel liked. I feel like jealousy is an issue. It's a virus. I sincerely think it's a virus.
He shows up wherever he is, velvet shirt with a velvet jacket. Like
It's 90 degrees outside. Who's popping over in velvet? Men do not seem to like him. So I think if it's a girl,
yeah, they're afraid they're gonna lose their wife. And that's why. That's what's
Maybe.
gonna happen, right?
It's really not my fault. Genetics are genetics. God gave me symmetry, okay?
Vanessa and I are both agents on Fisher Island. My background was hockey for most of my life, but I've been down in Florida for almost a year now with my real estate license. Vanessa has had her license for 15 years now, so I get a lot of knowledge and insight from her.
Vanessa has traveled the world, has friends on every corner of the globe. People trust her.
Vanessa's batshit crazy.
She talks way too fucking much. She makes my ears bleed.
I've got a little bit of the snap attack thing that goes on. I'll be like, doo 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 doo.
She tends to say a lot of things that are completely out of context.
Then I'll be like, "Arr!" And then I'll be like, doo 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 again.
Sometimes I look at Burke, he kind of gives her a look and then he kind of looks at me and he's on my page. We just don't understand where she's coming from.
Burke. Overall, he's a good guy.
Good guy. That's what I get from you.
A good guy. He's got the best ass I've ever seen.
Burke, they call him Superman. Clark Kent extraordinaire. The guy literally looks like he should be casted for the next Superman movie. The girls fall in love with him every time, and of course it's quite funny watching Vanessa get all nervous about it.
Girls definitely like to come at him or flock at him and kind of surround him, but I let them know who he's with right away, and I'm not afraid to throw an elbow.
Vanessa is kind of feisty. Like if you give something to a cat and it goes, but luckily she has Bianca and I on her good side. She was able to get us on Robert's team, so it looks like we got a lot to prove. Hi everyone, I'm Terry.
Hi, and I'm Bianca.
And we work in luxury real estate here in South Florida. I'm looking forward to coming down to Fisher Island and completely dominating the market.
Terry knows everybody. You're the best connector you can imagine.
These brokers should be deathly afraid. We have over $600 million of inventory, so we're used to working with these numbers. So we're coming in there and we're coming in hot.
You're gonna be the king and queen of Fisher Island.
Terry's a very flashy guy. He loves Flash. Mikolaj is Mr. Flash.
Who got more money, you or me?
Between Greg's ego, Terry's ego, and Mikolaj's ego, it's going to be World War III for sure.
It's every couple for themselves.
90% of the brokers out here are shady.
Yes, very fucking shady.
And can't even remember their own lies.
Always compare lies to cockroaches. If there's one there, there are gonna be thousands.
And we all know what happens to a cockroach.
There is a lot of big dicks. And wherever there's a lot of big dicks, okay, there is an energy of tension.
It's a Shark Tank.
We smell the blood. We smell the blood.
Our senses are much stronger. Our teeth are much sharper.
Everybody's an alpha, but the bottom line is when you're on one little hill and everybody wants to be on that hill, there's some really bloody battles that go on. There's a lot of money on the table. It's a real cutthroat business.